yeah, I'm having a baby. Hello friends and family, or whoever's watching this. My name's Casey and I'm pregnant. I'm gonna film these because I want to have some memories and I want to be able to look back on these videos down the track and just remember this whole journey, because I can't believe I'm having a baby. It's so weird. So this is my first video and I'm just gonna upload stuff as I go and just record whatever, and you know, if you want to watch it, great. If not, whatever. For my first video, I thought I would share with you my pregnancy story and how I got pregnant. Well, we all know how we get pregnant. This is going to be the how I found out I was pregnant story and just everything leading up to it. If you want to hear the story, then keep watching, I guess. So Jacob and I will be coming up to our 3rd wedding anniversary in May next year. And we always said that once we got married, we'd wait a couple of years and try for kids. A lot of people were like, when are you having kids? And we'd always be like, oh, you know, we're not ready yet, or we want to save a deposit for a house and like we're still trying to, and like we just weren't ready. I don't know, and then like Christmas last year, we just decided like, let's just try and see what happens. So we just started trying, and I cannot believe how hard it is to fall pregnant. Like, when you're a kid, you know, schools scare you into like, you know, unprotected sex, you'll be a teen mom and get pregnant, your life will be over. But I can tell you right now, getting pregnant was hard. It was very difficult. It took 6 months in total. I kind of was getting to a point where I started to feel, I don't know, it's not like an inadequate feeling, it's just, you think you can have babies if you want them, and then when you decide that you do want them, there's like you feel like, oh my god, what if I can't? What if I can't have a baby? What if there's something wrong with me? What if there's something wrong with Jacob? Like, what are we gonna do if we can't have a baby? And that was scary. That was scary to think. I always pictured myself being a mum at some stage in my life. You read stuff online and they say, you know, on average it takes women about 6 months to conceive anyway. So it's normal to like not fall pregnant the first time. But yeah, you kind of panic. You don't, I don't know, you just don't want to be one of those statistics, you know? He was getting to a point where I was feeling pretty disheartened about it, and I kind of just went, well, whatever. If it happens, it happens. Like, I don't want to become one of those obsessive people, and I could feel myself getting there because I started tracking when am I ovulating, taking ovulation tests and like temperatures and like counting everything and timing, and it just takes all of the fun out of it, and I just stopped. I was like, whatever, if it happens, it happens. So I thought, well, I'm just gonna audition for a show because I hadn't done one for ages, and I was distracted. I was absolutely distracted. I was doing Heathers with the Miranda Musical Society, so shout out to anyone watching from there, hello. And then one day I started to notice like, man, I need to pee so much, like non-stop. I'd be at work, I'd get to, like I'd pee before I went to work, I'd get to work, I'd pee. After period 1, I'd pee. Recess, lunch, pee, like every freaking 5 seconds. It was like so annoying, and I was like, what is wrong with me? And I was like, man, I hope I'm not like becoming diabetic or something. And I was panicking, like, and I was like, okay, if it keeps up for another week, I'll go to the doctor and I'll talk to them about it. And then I started noticing that I just started craving mandarins. Like, and I'm not a big mandarin eater. My husband loves mandarins. He's like, this is his favorite fruit, amongst other things, but he's a mandarin person. And so, you know, every winter I'd stash mandarins in the fridge for him, and I was smashing them. Like, I would eat like 2 or 3 a day, and that's not like me. Like, I'm more of a, if I was gonna pick any fruit, I'd pick an apple or some strawberries or something. Like, I wouldn't go to a mandarin. So I found that a little strange, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. And then I was checking my tracker for my periods, and I noticed that I was coming up to, you know, my periods, and I was feeling a little moody and stuff, and I was like, okay, well, they'll come. Anyway, there was a day late, and then a second day late, and then a third day late, and I said to my husband, you know, I'm 3 days late on my periods. And he was like, take a pregnancy test. And I was like, no, I don't want to take one because sometimes it's too early to tell and they're expensive, and I don't want to waste money on a test. And to be honest, I just didn't want to be disappointed. I didn't want to pee on a stick and then like, oh, I'm not pregnant again. Every month when you see that little negative line or the no, not pregnant, like it kind of stabs you a bit, and you kind of you just get disappointed. I didn't want to be disappointed, so I was like, nah, I don't want to take it. Anyways, I was driving home from work one day, and I stopped off at Coles to get some stuff, and I walked past the aisle with pregnancy tests in them, and I just was on sale, and I was like, I'll just grab one. So I got home, I was busting for the toilet. I ran inside. I thought, I'll just pee on it now. I don't know why I didn't wait or anything. I guess I was just so convinced that like I wasn't going to be pregnant, and so I peed on the stick, and I laid it, like I put the cap back on, and I laid it on the floor next to me. Excuse me. And then I just sat there and I stared at it, and I stared at it, and I stared at it, and then suddenly 2 little lines appeared. And I honestly did one of those like cartoon things where you like, what? And I was like, no, that's not real. I picked it up and I like brought it right up to my face, and I was like,
am I pregnant?
I was like in shock. My heart was racing. I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm like, oh my god. And then I got up and I went out to the kitchen area, and I was like sort of pacing around, and I just sort of started crying, and I was like, I'm pregnant?
Pregnant?
What? And my first instinct was ring my husband. So I picked the phone up, ring, 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 he didn't answer. Redial, ring, 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 he didn't answer. And then also I thought to myself, no, I don't want this to be the way that I tell him. Like I wanna like surprise him. So I thought, okay, quick, how am I going to like explain why I'm calling him so much? And my dumb brain just decided like, oh, I'll tell him that I thought I lost my keys, but then I found them. So I texted him and I said that, and then I thought, that is dumb. Like, how the hell did I drive home? And then he rang me back, and I answered, and as soon as I heard his voice, I just burst into tears, and I was like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? And then little did I know that poor Jacob was in the middle of a meeting. So he was standing in a room with a bunch of men around him, like just waiting for him. Because he knows me, like I would not like ring multiple times in a go unless there was something wrong, and he knows. And so he was like, really? Okay, all right. I was like, why isn't he getting excited? And then he like got out of the meeting and like let me know. He was like, oh my god, like I was in a meeting. And so he got home, and like, yeah, so that's how I found out I was pregnant. The end. How do I finish this? If anyone's got some tips about how to survive a summer pregnancy, let me know, because I'm already an inferno. It's insane. It is insane. I'm so excited though. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. That's me. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Girlfriend ain't had periods since she got pre-gas.